to add sparkle to this diamond, John turns to the men who pimp almost every truck in his fleet.
When John dropped the truck off, the first thought that comes to my mind is, he's got to be joking, this is a piece of shit.
So, mechanical-wise, we want to make sure we got all the brakes, engines all good. So that'll be basically JFK grey, Caspian blue, blueprint.
It just puts the pressure even further up because you've got to make sure you're doing justice to someone. You know, you can't just dedicate to something and go, oh yeah, check out this piece of shit. It's got to be good.
And then I'll get you to go probably about a quarter or half strength blueprint again.
This Mack is probably one of the worst ones we've done in a long time in the sense that it's so beat up and so worn out and so many things that were just wrong with it. And to take it to John's level, yeah, definitely a lot of work with a very short deadline.
John's classic Mack turns out to be a bigger job than anyone thought.
Truck like this, especially being as old as what it is, when you pull apart, there's always going to be surprises. But with this thing, there was just surprise on surprise on surprise. It's just the fiberglass, the sheer age of it all, you know, the sheer amount of heat stress and just, you know, star cracking on it. So the whole bonnet's been fiberglass now. Yeah, she's better than what she was new, basically, so she'll be perfect.
Bodywork done, now the team can start on the paint job. Or so they think.
We just got off the phone to John. He just rang and changed the plan as we're actually spraying the truck. Jeff, you don't have to go across here. He wants to do a flat black bonnet in there, so you don't have to do that. Okay. Originally, we were putting stripes over the top of the bonnet. Now we're not. He wants a traditional flat black bonnet on the top. So luckily, he told us just as we're painting.
Then the boss decides to drop in for a progress report.
It's a well-known fact of late that we're just off the tap crazy busy, so I haven't had time to nurture this project like I normally would. They're under a lot of pressure because I'm a pretty hard bloke to get along with, and I'll tell them straight if I don't like it. That catchphrase underneath that in memory, do you reckon that's too long? Do you reckon we need to come up with something a bit shorter and sweeter? Or it's really only, what, about a foot square, isn't it?
The visit is going well when John drops a bombshell.
And by the way, I need it back in 2 weeks' time as well.
With a job this size, normally we'd allow 3 months or more. It went from mission impossible to, holy crap, is there any way to actually get this done? Because, you know, there's only so many hours in a day and we were using them all. The sheer amount of work John wanted on this thing, most of his trucks have 3 or 4 colours. This one's got 9, so, you know, it's double the normal amount of colours. Because the time's just running out, we decided we'd try something we hadn't done before to try and put 7 of the colours on in one day. There's so many stripes so close together, if one goes wrong, it's got potential to wreck others next to it, which means we're starting a gang. So much potential for shit to go wrong, it wasn't funny.
Brisbane, 11 p.m. John is straight off the plane to pay another surprise visit.
Really didn't want John to come down. I just didn't want him to change his mind.
Some nice pin line.
Down too far.
Yeah. It's very, very rare that you get to see a truck pull down like that and you can be really happy with it. Looks fantastic, cleared.
It's a relief for the spray team.
He's stoked with the job, which is really, really good because normally he picks Sunny, he wants to change, and I am ready to go home to bed. So, yes.
But the job's still only half done.
I've given Steve a list of extras as long as your arm to go on this truck. So I'm hoping he's ticked all those boxes. Otherwise, he's going to be working there till late, making sure it's all done.
The reason we're cutting so fine is just John's brought the deadline forward. Just trying to get everything done that he wants done to his standard in no time at all, so all hands on deck.
Worst case scenario is I don't like it and the boys have to go and repaint it.
Just on the final stretch, you know, last few parts to go on, the guys just waxing everything, cleaning everything, just make sure everything looks sweet. No last minute hidden surprises anywhere. It's done, they're looking good, Craig. We put a lot of effort and time into this thing, so if he gets here and he's not happy, we're not going to be very impressed. Hearts that are in your mouth, like, it's like, oh, is he going to like this or is he going to not like it?
Mate, I'd normally say it looks $1 million, but I reckon it looks $2 million. You've excelled yourself, mate.
You had me worried for a second. John loves the truck, so I'm just stoked.
Mate, I'm sure it never looked that good even when it was on the factory showroom floor.
No, that's for sure. I'm really happy with the end result. It's turned out awesome. I'm surprised we've got it all done realistically.
Thanks, mate. Really appreciate it.
Cool.
In love with it, from the bull bar to the rear taillight bar. The boys have done an absolute ecstatic job. Couldn't be happier.